Hey guys, it's Miss Siemens. I just wanted to make a quick screencast to go over the directions one more time for the literary analysis graphic organizers. So you guys are going to be doing Priscilla and the Wimps, which is the story you're reading today. But I did mine on the Drummer Boy of Shiloh. All right. So you'll have your slide. You're going to insert in the white boxes that you see. So insert your name here. Okay, the next slide is going to ask you to summarize your story in 2 to 3 sentences, which we did that in our last unit, so this is nothing new. You're just going to give me a brief overview in about 2 to 3 sentences about what your story is about. So I said The Drummer Boy of Shiloh by Ray Bradbury, notice I included the title and the author, is a short story about a drummer boy named Joby who is conflicted about going into battle. He lays awake at night crying until the general comes up to talk to him. The general convinces him of his importance in the war and helps ease his anxieties. So that really is a quick summary of what the Drummer Boy of Shiloh is about. So in this box you'll be summarizing what Priscilla and the Wimps is about. Okay, the next step is to make your claim. And this says make sure to use the blue theme sheet which I gave you in your narrative unit. It looks like this. It says universal themes, except it's blue, and it gives you a big list of different themes to choose from. All right, so for Drummer Boy of Shiloh, I kind of gravitated towards war as being a strong theme in the story, but you can't just write one word for the theme. You have to write what the message the author is creating about that word. So for me, I said the message was war forces boys to grow up quickly. That's the message. And so the whole thing is the theme in The Drummer Boy of Shiloh is war forces boys to grow up quickly. Okay, this is where things kind of fall into place. So you're going to fill all 3 of these boxes in. So to begin, the theme of insert theme here, growing up in war, first appears in the story when Joby, the drummer boy, turns 14 the night before battle. This is a great example of someone growing up in war, but I need to have the quote to prove it as well. So I pulled this quote. It was a solemn time and a solemn night for a boy just turned 14 in the peach orchard near Owl Creek, not far from the church at Shiloh. And I included the page number, so it goes in these parentheses, page 113. So down here I need to explain how the quote I chose helps create the theme of the story. So I said this shows the theme in a few ways. Joby is physically growing up. He just turned 14 years old while laying in a field of soldiers. He is also mentally maturing because the quote mentions the word solemn. This is opposite of how many people describe 14-year-olds, and I can elaborate on that. So usually people think of happy, carefree 8th and 9th graders. But Joby has matured and is serious and sad instead. War has forced him to grow up before. War has forced him to grow up early. All right. So I'm going to change the font in this just so it will all fit in the slide, and you are welcome to do that as well. All right. Now the kicker is you're going to do this 2 more times because you have to find an example from the middle of the story and you have to find an example from the end of the story. So my example from the second piece of evidence might be later on the theme of growing up during war builds when Joby admits that he might not make it through war. And I might actually just say admits that there is a good chance he will not make it through the war. Then I need to find that quote that proves it and explain how this quote proves it. At the end, I might say, finally, the theme of war causing young men to grow up sooner is created when Joby stops crying and prepares to go to battle the next day because the general told him how important his role was. So then I would insert the quote again and explain. At the end, you will summarize kind of what you said in your paper. So you'll just give us an overview of your first point. Well, you will give us an overview of your claim, your first point, your second point, and your third point. So your conclusion will be about 4 to 6 sentences. Alrighty? I hope this helps. Be great today while I'm not here, and I will see you soon. Bye.